Let me tell you a little story, got some news I want to share. Let's discuss the world of politics and ideas we can't compare. Let me give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all technology. That the world is full of stranger things that we can't comprehend. Cool creatures from another world and conspiracies, my friend. Tell me more about the chemicals that are active in our brains when we feel the thing that we call love with ties and something change. On the JAG Show.
Holy old
On the
JAG Show.
Yeah.
Show.
I really like that. I really
Hell
like
yeah.
that. Welcome,
That was a good
everybody,
one.
to another episode of the JAG Show. Of course, I am JD Marcel or Jason. To my right, of course, is AJ Moreno. How you doing, AJ?
Oh, doing really swell. Doing really swell because I'm really swollen.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, my glands right now
swollen
are out of
glands.
control, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness.
Let me know if you want a picture. I'll send it to you right
I
now.
definitely want a fucking
We're
picture.
gonna post
right
it
now.
on the
I'm not gonna
Insta.
send it to you though.
Oh.
Too much excitement for you.
Damn it.
Slow
All
down.
right, I'm sorry. Anyway, of course, to his right, we have Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy?
What's up, guys? What's happening, man?
Dude,
what's happening? How are
man,
you guys?
You know what? I'm
What
fucking
isn't happening?
sick again. I don't know if you can hear it in my
Ugh.
voice, but I'm fucking sick again.
Not just sick life,
man.
Yeah.
Not just the sick
I'm
life.
just sick of life.
It's not
That
just
too.
a sore throat.
And of course, we got Dre Day all day. How's it going, Dre?
Chilling.
All right.
There goes Dre.
Little music. And of course, we got special guest Vado. What's up,
Hell
Vado? What's
yeah.
What's
going
up,
on, man?
everybody?
Now, Vado is an old friend that we've known for many years. Since I've known since
we're
elementary school.
mocosos.
Hell yeah.
Little marranitos right there. Little
In the
chibolos.
recess yard and shit.
And what I remember about Vado a lot is that he always had like an artistic sense. He always knew how to draw.
Yeah,
he
for
always
sure.
knew how to paint. Like I remember I seen something that he did in the 4th grade, and I was like, God,
Oh, shit, like that?
damn, like it was like a fuck. It was the sunset, and
Oh, you so cute.
but this guy is very
Thank you, brother.
very talented man, and now it's showing in what he does. What he does for a living, what he does as a passion.
and what is that you do
Yeah.
for a passion?
Well, my passion is to basically create, and ultimately, like, people can put a label and say I'm a photographer on this and that, but I kind of see that more or less as a tool for me. So
Sure.
Sick.
every medium is a different tool. So what
Nice.
tool do you need to convey your message? And a lot of the times it's like, it's better to keep things simple and less complicated.
Sure.
So
Less
what
is
medium
more,
can
kinda.
I use to
Express
convey
that.
something complex in a simple way?
Nice.
That's nice. That's deep.
I'm doing now obviously photography, but that kind of opened up the doors into the music business. And
Wait,
now
so photography opened up doors in the music business.
Yep,
How
yep.
did that happen?
so obviously I went to school. I didn't graduate. I left way before it was time for that. But it's kind of a thing where
A lot of
you
millionaires.
you
do
have to like really have faith in yourself to say, you know what, I really don't need this additional schooling. Like, I can actually
Sure.
go out in the field and I'm going to learn a lot more than
Yeah,
what I can
hands-on
learn
training.
in- yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's a
Mhm.
lot more educational than
Yeah.
Like
than
first-hand
having
kinda
to
thing.
be lectured and shit. So
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Nice.
Also,
Shout out.
you can be making money while
yeah,
learning
exactly.
versus
Yeah.
having to pay someone
Yep.
else to teach you.
Yeah, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to the
that's true.
fighters out there,
Yeah,
man.
for real.
That's a big step. That's very valid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I went out and I had a loft, the studio loft, with a buddy of mine from college, and we just started like it was back during MySpace, so
Oh
That was
yeah,
the
shout out
initial
to
MySpace.
Team
Yeah,
Chitom.
to like have some exposure.
You're still my
and-
friend, Tom.
Yeah. Still like
Tommy boy.
My MySpace got deleted because I took Tom off as my friend.
Yeah.
Oh.
How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
And you broke MySpace by
I
taking
did.
him off.
I broke it, bro. So now I can't see my pictures of way back when.
Was it code? Like you had to delete a certain.
I don't know what I did, bro. I just know that I can't go to it anymore.
You're banned.
I'm
You're
banned
banned
forever,
for
dude.
life.
Damn.
You,
You-
want to
you-
be my friend? Fuck
After
you.
that, I think you banned us all because
Man,
like,
Tom was really upset with me then.
Tom was like, fuck
broke it.
everybody.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck
I'm
this
done
shit.
with this site.
Fuck everybody. Nobody's my friend.
Oh man, but anyway, back
Nah,
to your
that fool's
story.
balling, man. That fool-
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
for
yeah.
selling
He
out.
cashed
Oh, yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Right on time.
He's only on vacation
That
for
fool-
life.
He
That's
cashed
tight.
me outside. How about that?
Oh,
So
Did you bring condoms?
Yeah, yes, Tom, I did.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
I
yes.
did. So anyway, back to what you were telling us about how how you're getting started and you going into MySpace, and that was kind of like the way you started. You and a friend, right, at a
Yeah.
studio, going through MySpace days, right?
yeah, so we started getting a lot of work from model agencies. They would send girls that were starting off their portfolios, and I mainly worked with a lot of like high-end, high fashion.
Oh man, that sounds
photography,
awful.
Yeah, so
Poor you, bro. How terrible for you,
Oh,
dude.
my God.
Tell me something. How did you
poor-
endure such a travesty?
You poor thing.
somebody has to do it. Right?
They have to do the dirty work.
Yeah.
You know, some guys just do it.
My number got
So-
called and I
No,
answered.
dude, for
Yeah,
real.
exactly. You have to.
That's pretty fucking
If you're
awesome.
asked to step it up, you
Yeah,
gotta.
you gotta do
Hey
it.
man, someone got to do it, right?
Exactly.
Is there
But,
like a particular type of camera that you use or that you go to, something that helps you or that you feel more comfortable with when you're taking pictures?
Obviously, yeah. Now, like with my experience, I know what works for me best. But one thing that I kind of I get that asked a lot. So it's kind of like the camera doesn't necessarily make the photos.
For sure.
So you can give the camera a badass camera to
Someone who
somebody
doesn't
that
know how to use it.
Doesn't know how
jack
to
shit
use it,
about
yeah.
that, and they're not gonna give you the quality that somebody that knows what's up.
Yeah.
So that same person, you give them like back in junior high, I don't know if you guys
Oh,
did
yeah,
that,
the box.
cardboard- Yeah,
Oh, shit.
With the
hell yeah.
black tape.
Shout out to that one.
you give
man.
somebody that camera that knows
Fail.
what's up, and they're gonna give you a dope
really
ass
nice, yeah.
composition.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it can
Nice.
be like
That's true.
like super old school, but they'll give you art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter, but for the most part, yeah, like now that I do more commercial work, I need to kind of like streamline my workflow. So I used to shoot a lot of film. Now it's kind of like I'm trying to get back into that, but that now became more expensive to kind of work with. So for the most part, it's easier to go digital, and you can produce a lot more efficiently, a lot quicker. So,
Yeah.
other than that, it's like I said, I use Nikon right now. So
Okay.
Okay, cool.
yeah,
It's your weapon of
that's what you're
choice.
yeah, I didn't really want to go
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They're not paying. They're not paying.
They're
me.
not
not
paying
paying
me,
you?
but I like their
Yeah, but you
stuff.
can- you can do- I like
Shout out Nikon.
Canons. I'm not
Hashtag
gonna-
Nikon.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can send
yeah,
the shit too.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Super Audio
Yeah,
Network
so
needs some cameras.
There's
For
some
sure.
other doper ass fucking like medium format cameras that like they produce like super high end imagery that like you're only gonna see it in like a $300,000 Versace ad and shit.
Damn.
And
Nice,
so now
nice.
I'm having the exposure into all this type of
And to being able to use that
equipment.
kind of stuff,
And now
man.
it's like I'm trying to tie that back down to my people and the culture out here.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
how can I take what I've learned and provide a better outlook to our culture in a sense? So,
Yeah, for sure.
So now I'm trying to apply that same quality to a lot of the shit that back in the days people would consider tacky or paisa. Or,
Oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I got you.
No,
I got you.
there's-
Shout out.
Yeah, we were kind of like taught to kind of hate ourselves in a way, but that's because of the power in imagery and video and all that. So we've been bombarded with a lot of negative personas and characters in the
Absolutely.
the Mexican and
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Chicano community that it kind of resonates with our family. Like a lot of these people are
Yep.
they take on certain roles without them realizing their true potential, and so
Mhm.
now it's what can I do with my art and my work
To show people that they can
and
do much more.
show the greatness in everyone, because
Yeah.
ultimately we all have greatness. It's just a matter of
Find-
chiseling it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean there are some people that are just born on display. No doubt. There's some people that come out the womb shining and
Yeah,
bright,
man.
and bright
I
as
mean,
can be.
I think
Yeah,
everybody,
like you,
they
bro.
were destined for
everybody
something,
comes out shining,
right?
and
Yeah.
life
Yeah.
we're taught.
But like to your point is that where you're saying like chisel away to find what that is.
yeah, because ultimately, like, we're all born perfect, right? And so the next thing is the circumstances. Like,
Right.
now, certain parents aren't necessarily that perfect as a baby, but they're gonna kind of pass that on to the child.
Sure,
if they're not
sure.
gonna provide the proper circumstances for that child, so ultimately that child becomes imperfect.
Yep, that's
But
true.
all that it's kind of like saying, like, in a lot of ways we have to be able to learn, unlearn, and then relearn life and understand what really matters and what really is
Yeah.
effective.
Remain
and-
teachable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely
Yeah.
remain
Well,
teachable
very,
at
very,
all
very
times.
true.
Stay
We
You
learning.
should
should-
always
we
be
are-
learning, yeah.
Yeah,
We're all
absolutely.
definitely
Agreed.
a product of our environment, and you, what you said was very true. You have to learn and then unlearn sometimes in order to be
Exactly.
able to adapt to
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
situation you're
Like
in.
habits.
Adapting.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah, growing
So-
up, I was racist as fuck, like a lot, but it was because of what I was around, like, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
always just kind of like just the norm,
Uh-huh.
and I never knew there was anything wrong with it until I showed up to an elementary school that was like 99% black,
Uh-huh.
and then all of a sudden I'm the minority,
Yeah.
right? Like
Oh.
Yeah.
like
they-
mega minority. There was like a class that wasn't black, like there was one.
That's
Like, and
social
it was-
Were you a part of
engineering,
that?
man.
Well, no, the thing about it is that one class was an ESL class, and I happened to speak English at the time, so I wasn't in that class either. So the few Mexicans that were there didn't like me because I was like too white for them.
Oh,
'Cause I
okay.
spoke English.
Yeah.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Thanks, Don.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Thanks, Don. I appreciate everything that you've done for this country.
Jesus said the best camera you can have is the one in your hand. Hell yeah.
All right, all right,
Oh,
all right.
shout out from Jesus Christ
Jesus,
himself.
Jesus Christ,
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! I was just having a conversation with a family member about that guy yesterday, and they seemed kind
Jesus
of offended
Christ?
every time I kept doing it. Oh no, that guy,
Oh,
because seemingly that guy is really into his faith, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so
He's
it
really-
seems
yeah.
like he's really, really into it. But I mean, there is a sense of kind of like. But I almost feel personally me, right? Because I'm not that big into,
Right.
JC.
Right.
And
Shout out
it just
JC.
seems like it's kind of an act. It seems like it's kind of
Oh, I
a
don't
gimmick.
believe- I
like
believe
he's
he-
putting it
I
on?
think-
That's what
I
it
think he's-
seems
I
like.
think he's serious,
But a
it's-
family member of mine who's like mega
there's truth
JC, you know what I mean? Like
and
big
everything,
time.
but there is a lot of
Ugh,
lies.
she got rubbed the wrong way because I was making fun of the guy. She's like, "Don't make fun of him because
But-
he's connected to the Lord."
Hold on,
And I'm
hold on.
like,
No, it's not that
That-
connection.
no, the world can
Yo.
happen. The world could be both ways. The guy is serious about his faith, but it's also funny. You can laugh at him.
Because I mean, he's breakdancing at the
no,
end of the day.
come on.
I mean,
he's
no, no,
pop
no.
locking, bro.
Come
Yeah,
on.
Pop locking
Oh,
the
yeah,
God.
pop locking.
yeah.
He
That's
is.
life.
He is.
They are making fun of him. They
It's
are
funny.
making fun.
Oh,
Now
man.
he also posted.
True.
If you don't want to be out there like that.
True.
Oh.
Nah, he's getting dividends, bro.
But also,
getting
I mean,
dividends.
he's getting love, but he's also, it's
He's
a
getting
double-edged sword. Being
He's getting
online
dividends
is a
on his
double-edged
soul.
Did you see? Did you see the Power Rangers one?
Yeah.
Tyrannosaurus.
No, my favorite was
Jesus
the
Christ.
Dragon Ball Z one was like, oh.
Super Saiyan, bro.
Oh man.
Oh man.
No, but you know what? Respect to that guy.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
faith. Nothing
Yeah.
against that. It just is kind of funny. He's going all out.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I see like people dancing in churches.
And, like,
because-
Holy Ghost
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean-
exactly. And sometimes it's like, whoa, but they're true to
Yo.
their faith. And
Yo.
It's called
I
the
can't hate it.
placebo effect.
There it is.
Yo,
there it is.
we're
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So check it out.
Agreed.
We're the JAG Show, right?
Sure.
We're gonna do our own version of that,
Okay.
All right.
and we're gonna be like, yo, L. Ron Hubbard, Elron Hubbard. Hey, we'll preach all the Scientology
Oh,
shit. and then
yeah,
we'll just
let's
be like,
do that.
We go clear. We go clear. And we'll morph and shit. Oh,
I love you, Ron.
I love you, Elron.
I'm just saying.
Tom
right?
Cruise.
If I'm gonna jump on some shit, I might as well make money, right? Like
No, well,
I'm trying to get paid.
trying to get paid, baby. Trying to get paid.
aside from people having significant faith in the
Right,
world,
right.
let's go back to what we were talking about initially. I want to go to a point about art. Once you understand what it is that you're good at, once it is that you know exactly what your niche is or niche or however you want to fucking pronounce it, then you go hard. And that's exactly how I feel Alvaro has done. I mean, I don't know if I chose a certain picture and I want to get his take on it and what he was thinking at the time. Jimmy, I don't know if you selected a picture, but I also want to know about this picture right here.
Oh yeah, because he was talking about the struggle and the beauty within our culture and our people, and this one kind of just struck to me because he has the gentleman in the foreground who we all know and love. The
Absolutely.
only man
A
that we
paletero.
chase
Yeah.
is the paletero. Shout out,
The only
to
man we chase.
The only man we chase, guys.
Yeah.
Is that guy also selling raspados?
And
yeah.
raspados,
This guy's obviously a
bolis.
G.
I mean,
Yeah.
and he's got the
much
OG
And
bigger
the,
belt.
the churros with the picante.
So-
Yep. The bell too, not a honk.
Yeah.
So tell me the story behind this. Like, where was this taken at, and what happened? Like, did you just catch this guy somewhere? Like, did you meet up with him and say, "Hey, can I take your picture?" Or do you know this guy? Did you set up? How did it all work out?
A lot of my work, it's either like a studio setup where, like you said, I have to kind of what's the word? I have to do a casting and I have to try to find the best person suited for
Subject.
whatever imagery I'm trying to do. But for the most part, a lot of times it's just going out into the world and what catches your attention and how you can interpret that into art.
Sure.
So I was actually at a DACA protest.
Oh wow.
My wife and I, we used to go hard on that. We still kind of do, but
Nice.
it's there's a lot of things behind all that don't necessarily add up. So other than that, I was at the protest and this paletero was posted up just like if
Cashing
anybody,
it
yeah,
in.
it was a hot day, so
Yeah, for
everybody
sure.
protesting.
Hell yeah.
You guys want some paletas? I'm here to.
here,
He made, he
I'm
made,
here
he
to
made it
serve.
rain that day.
I'm here to
No,
serve.
for sure,
Yeah.
bro. He emptied that thing for the
I-
first time
I
in
pulled
life.
up. I asked him if I can take a quick picture, and he let me.
Super
Other than
cool.
that, reality. This is a composite, so it's 3 images in one, and even though I did shoot him down the street from the Walt Disney Concert Hall, but it was actually a different building behind, but it didn't really resonate with the concept and the
Okay.
idea that I was trying to, like I said,
Yeah,
put
sure.
together and convey.
Mhm.
So the title of this piece is Señor Paletero, esperando la grandeza de nuestro pasado que se una con la grandeza de nuestro presente.
Oh man.
And it's basically it's also kind of like a protest piece, you can say. The concert hall is built by people, foreigners from this
Mhm.
land, while the man in the foreground is more tied to the roots here in this place and this continent. you
Sure,
can say.
sure.
And he's over here having a struggle and do the work of a paletero, which in a lot of ways, like, it's a little sad, even though it's a beautiful image. But I like we were saying earlier, like, there's greatness in all of us, and
Sure.
this man went through some shit where, like, that's what he kind of boiled down to. And
Yeah.
not to say that it's anything bad, and I'm still sure he's an honorable, good person,
He's a hustler.
providing. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
providing
sure.
for his family or whatever. But if the circumstances of our current state weren't the way they were, this man would probably be a business owner selling fucking a
That out of his
Dairy
shop.
Queen or something.
Yeah,
he would
for
be.
sure.
It would
It
be
would-
the opposite.
He would
in a
have
sense.
kids doing that for him right now.
Probably.
Yeah, like teenagers, I should say. No niños, no niños.
and not necessarily on the basis of extorting and
No,
trying to take
absolutely
advantage.
not.
But
No.
so it's a little piece where, like I said, it's the main focus is the paletero, but you see in the background the concert hall, and to his left is the pyramids from the Yucatan. I forgot what they're called.
This right here.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wait.
The Chichen Itza or something like that. Yeah.
Got you.
So it's kind of like that building in itself is, I feel it's much greater than the steel building behind the paletero. Like there's more ties to the universe. There's more ties symbolically to who we are as people,
To our history,
than
yeah.
the piece behind. As beautiful as the concert hall is, it's like it's more or less, it's like art for art's sake. Like it
Yeah,
really doesn't
sure.
have
It's a setup.
spiritual or cultural
Right.
significance
It's just visual.
that can give pride to the locals in a sense. It's kind
Sure.
of like
It's a business up there. It's
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
We're gonna fill this place up.
Opulence.
Yeah, we're gonna fill this place up. We're gonna play some awesome stuff for you guys. You guys
Exactly.
gonna pay a shit ton of money to
Yeah.
come in here and do it. Versus what you're talking about on the other side, that might have been built for shelter, or for whatever it was needed for at that time.
They
It was
were-
a necessity
there were
versus
power. Well, not to say that I'm an expert in that, but a lot of pyramids they say that they're power generators.
Sources of energy.
Yeah,
Sources of
That's what
energy.
they say.
Absolutely.
And see,
Yeah.
that's one of
So-
the top conspiracies about the pyramids, is that they were used as some sort of energy.
Yeah, like a harness.
and
They created a vortex in a sense, and it sucked up water. It sucked up
Oh, yeah.
underneath a
Yep.
lot of these pyramids, there's like
Catacombs.
huge caves
Yep.
filled with natural spring water.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So that's what's under the pyramids. That's what's been
That's
like,
what they say.
accumulated.
Yeah,
That's one of
yeah.
the
That's
conspiracy
one of the
theories.
things, yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Look at these pictures right here. Now, one that caught my damn, the homie right there. Look.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's a nice
Ooh,
dog,
a
man.
Beautiful dog.
Thank you,
Fuck.
Cookie.
Yeah.
Shout outs to my pitbull Cookie.
Cookie.
So I do see
Man, that right there is fire.
that is beautiful.
Yeah, that's
right
a
there.
That's pretty good.
What
That's
was,
nice.
Now, what was the inspiration? Like, where did you find this tree? And what was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, this one also, obviously, it's composite. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 images. Well, not necessarily images, but 5 elements.
Okay.
The tree, I shot it in San Pedro, over there by the what is it,
The friendship bell.
yeah, exactly, the Korean friendship bell. And it's a beautiful tree. It's Mother Nature at its best. And a lot of the times, like I take pictures and I don't necessarily have an idea right off the back, but I save them, I archive
For
them,
sure.
and
Come back, find
yeah,
it later.
I get back to them eventually, and I start seeing them a little differently. I start getting other like inspiration
And you'll
to
just have it. Just pull it
and,
ready.
and exactly, and it's kind of like you gotta sit it out for a little bit, and the ideas come to me, and
Nice.
so
What programs do you use? I'm sorry. What programs do you use?
Photoshop for the
Sick. Shout out. I love Photoshop.
And I just like.
powerful,
I mean, I
man.
really enjoy that it like kind of flows into like the gown. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It just
yeah.
kind of looks like it's all that. If you were to
Yeah.
just cut all of that out, it would probably still work. But
Mhm.
having the tree grow into it, around it, and then those monarch butterflies just kind of hanging out up there. I mean, it seemingly at least from here, because I can't see it from that close, but it just looks like the entire tree is riddled with butterflies.
Yeah, for sure. They
So,
look like leaves too.
Yeah, they're
exactly,
leaves. But
exactly.
It kind of like the leaves are
Mhm.
turning
Yeah.
into the
Nice.
butterflies.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's wow.
It's,
I
very
didn't
Which
even
is
notice
more
that.
than I can say for Jason. Jason, you're not cool.
No?
or real.
I will never be a butterfly.
But you're majestic like one, bro.
You are though, Jason.
I just thought about the butterfly or the caterpillar from A Bug's Life.
Butterfly in
Yeah.
the sky.
Butterfly.
I can fly twice as high. Take a look.
Oh man, come on, guys.
Nice.
Whoa. Okay. Nice.
Shout out
Okay.
to my wifey. Roxy, I love you.
Oh,
was that
the
wifey
la-
on the
the-
last
on the
one?
last
Was
one?
that wifey on the
Nice.
last one?
So
How dare you skip wifey, Jason?
I
You skip
didn't
wifey.
skip wifey.
You did, bro. You just
I
went right
went
by
nice.
the beautiful pregnant woman. Come on, bro. Celebrate life here, sir.
Man, fuck you guys.
Oh,
yes,
yes, snacks.
Okay.
I swear we're like kindergartners in here.
So
Now
I
it
was
sounds like
looking
there's
at
a
this
roaring
one right
fire.
here, man.
Thank you, man.
Oh, well, hold on one second.
So
Sorry
the
about that.
paletero, I shot it the same day as I shot these images as well.
Oh, really? So
Yeah.
this was all. These
But
are
these
all
aren't composites. These are
real
yes,
images.
Yeah.
Now this one caught my attention, man. So what is going on right here? What is she looking at, or is she doing the?
She was leading the DACA march, and it was kind of like a tribute to our ancestors.
Nice.
So
That's a
we
good
had the people
That's a banger.
and everybody involved in the protest and the demonstration, and everybody from all ethnicities, you can say, were there, and they came together to kind of promote the greater good, and ultimately having you can I call this one la libertad. So as a indigenous woman and her role in society, like for her to kind of lead the pack, it's powerful, and ultimately that's what we have to do. We have to respect our women. We gotta put them in the right platform for them to be beautiful and provide for our children, because
Absolutely.
that's what we become. So whatever the energy they hold, it's passed on to the offspring. So one thing with the symbolism on this, it's kind of also tied down to Lady Liberty.
Okay.
And
Nice.
the way they've kind of I think I'm not sure who was the original it was a goddess, but I think it's like a Greek or some other but ultimately for us it's kind of it's not tied down to any specific religion. Like
Sure.
Okay.
Lady Liberty is a divine mother. She is in everything and in all of us. It's part of its nature. It's what it's much more than the essence of a mom just taking care of us. Like it's unconditional love. It's what the world needs, man.
Absolutely, dude. Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why they call it Mother Nature, right? Because it gives birth to life. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
A toda madre o un desmadre.
From dust we come to
Much.
dust we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, and this world is way too pretty for a man to make. You know, like it's just much too beautiful. Like I feel like it'd have been
it's
binary.
a collaboration. I think she is also God. Like God is everything. So
Absolutely.
if God is everything, then she is God personified in the most beautiful way, in the feminine
Now,
energy, in a sense.
now, so I get a sense that you're a very religious person. Now,
Not religious, but very
spiritual?
yeah,
okay,
I'm a you can say spiritual
like
person.
you believe in an entity that.
Yep.
Okay.
I believe in God. I believe in La Virgen.
Okay.
I don't believe in it the way we're taught, but you pay attention, you can connect dots, and ultimately it's kind of like for instance, I was baptized Catholic,
Okay.
but it just kind of, with time and a lot of shit that has been happening in the world and in my personal life, and it's just kind of trying to see the world but not have anger towards like what's not necessarily giving us life, in a sense.
Okay.
So it at one point, like, it's like you're raised in a certain faith, and you start realizing a lot of bullshit, and you can either be angry and say, you know what, fuck that, like, I don't believe in
Like most,
nothing.
yeah.
I don't, and a lot of people can go on the atheist side,
Right. Right.
but
Sure.
I kind of I double down, man.
Oh, yeah.
But not to say that I'm doubling down on the religion side, but I'm
Yeah.
doubling down faith, on God, on
Okay.
on the divine power that kind of rules over all of us.
Yeah,
And
sure.
So
Well, because the only thing the reason that I was asking this was because there are theories out there that connect two things that don't seem like they go together, but sometimes, I mean, when you put the pieces together, it makes sense
In the bigger picture.
in the bigger picture. Yeah, and so if you believe in a higher being, there is a theory out there that those higher beings that our ancestors praised were not necessarily gods or deities, but more they were essentially beings
men from the sky.
somewhere else. Okay, and
like
nobody knows.
Anunnaki and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for sure. Shout out.
Alien life, just trying to gear us in the right direction.
Yeah.
And so, do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, but not in the way, like I said, like I believe in certain parts of religion, not to say that I have full faith in the church itself. Like
Yeah.
that's just a box.
Sure.
And it's the same thing with aliens. Like I don't believe they're one type of alien. Like
Right,
we're talking
right.
about multi-dimensional beings that like
Sure.
don't even have a physical form. And
Yeah.
they're actually entities. And
Yeah.
so a lot of those are interpreted into like angels and demons and good and bad energy. And
Yep.
so I personally believe in all that, and it's not to say that like I believe in it in a way where I fear it. Like
Sure.
there's a
You just acknowledge its
yeah,
existence.
I not just that, but it's kind of like if you're living life the right way without fucking up, and not necessarily fucking up, you can make mistakes, but make mistakes, learn from them,
and change.
don't repeat. But ultimately, it's kind of like it's kind of like shit. I just kind of
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. No, that's all good. It's all good. No worries,
went
man.
to another
No worries.
dimension.
I think the interdimensional beings might have just came and grabbed that thought
Yeah,
right out
they're
of
like,
his head.
you can't
sorry.
speak
You
right
are
now.
not gonna talk about
will
us
not
right
say
now,
it.
man.
No, so tied down to other entities and how they're perceived into religion and how they're
Yeah,
put
sure.
So that's
Because to me, man, most of the time when it comes to a lot of these things, it's like we're taking it off the experience of a person in this world. One, maybe two, right? And if you spread enough word long enough, like it just becomes gospel. It becomes like fact, right? You repeat a lie enough, and it's all of a sudden it's true, right?
Right.
You look at like what is it? The Mandela effect, right? Where like there's so many people that believe that he's dead, and it's like, well, no, he didn't die, like, and that wasn't true, and that didn't happen. But so many people swear by it, and it's true. I remember seeing the tabloid.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that there, right? And so you think about a time way back when, where there is no sources. There was no fact checking.
Yeah.
It was
Right.
just
Storytelling
there was a
and-
person of merit
Yeah.
that told something to someone, and it was believable enough, and through his favor gained an audience, was allowed
spread.
to speak that gospel, whatever it may have been, and he's able to get other people to also buy in to that sort of thing, and that's just how word of mouth kind of went. And so you can create these things in the imagery that you would like, but it's not necessarily saying that one might be more true than the other. They might all be true. It's just a matter of perception in most cases.
But
right?
also, like, throughout, different interpretations and like millions of times that it's been told and retold and rewritten and like different translations and all that.
Yeah.
Like it just becomes a big game of telephone. Like we don't even know, it's purple
How it
monkey,
began.
purple
it's
monkey
like
dishwasher.
smoky mirrors.
Sure.
You can't tell what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah, because how many languages did that Bible get? Like
Oh,
by the time we got to it here, King James version,
Thousands.
whatnot. Like how many different times did it get translated before it got translated to like plain old
English.
Yeah.
right? Like it just
lot.
and it's interesting. And unless you have,
2 times.
oh yeah, is that right? That's it.
Yeah, he told me.
Oh,
Oh,
time.
sweet. Shout out.
Shout
Send
out
me an
JC.
email.
Jesus Christ. Sorry, I don't want to do
Shout
that.
out JC.
No, sorry,
Shout out
sorry,
JC.
sorry.
But yeah, no. Yeah. So back to what we were trying to say is about like these alien creatures, right? These beings, on whether we, kind of subscribe to that thing. And this is definitely a show where we subscribe to all things
And also-
and all possibilities.
Yeah, like if anyone out there has any like clue or any idea of what this is, you can give us a call 323-743-3731.
Hey,
I got it. I got it.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yay.
Give that man another treat.
Okay, so what we usually do on the show is we have a segment called J or Nay. And
Or
so pretty much
slay.
what we're going to do is we're going to show you a video or a few videos, and then you're going to determine whether it's a J or a Nay, whether you think it's real or not. So, Dre, if you could cue the theme song for J or Nay really quick, and then that way we could get started.
Is it ghosts? Or is it fucking assholes? J or nay?
Haha, J or Nay. Yay!
It's 80% assholes.
So,
85.
With 20% more asshole.
in the video that I'm going to show,
Extra
the videos
asshole,
that I'm
please.
going to show you, it's regarding those extraterrestrials that we're talking about.
Shout out extraterrestrials.
So what you're going to see are these things in the sky and then take off at an extreme velocity.
Super
something
lightning speed.
that most people don't usually see an aircraft fucking take off. And
Hey,
so-
Dre, can we get that put up?
Yep.
Yeah, let's let me just enlarge this.
Nine.
Let me just enlarge this. So Alvaro, let us know what you think about this. All right, man. There we go. So there's no sound right now, but well,
You gotta mute it.
Yeah,
no,
bud.
I wanted to.
Oh.
but that's cool.
Oh, no, you can mute it.
So as you can see, there's an object right there. Okay. And so
It's
this
over.
guy is recording. It looks kind of old. I mean, the video looks kind of grainy. I'm not exactly sure
This
what
looks
year.
like it came off of America's Funniest Home Videos.
Yeah, exactly. Like straight out of the 90s, right?
Way back in the Tanner
The
days.
camcorder.
So-
Danny Tanner.
So you see that thing in the sky, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, what's going on? Phew. And it fucking takes off. Or it looks like it takes off. It looks actually
How does
like
the
it
camera
disappeared.
guy know that it went that direction? Like it just went way too fast.
Too
What the hell?
quick.
True.
It
So,
looked like it
I-
just
Let's
disappeared.
stop
I
that.
believe
Oh.
I believe there could be spacecrafts like that, but that to me like
Wait,
it
that
looks
was,
wait, let's go back. Let's
Go back, bud.
it can be a CGI
And it could.
It's the fact that
because
he
it went way too
with
fast
it
for him to pan
have caught
left.
it.
Yeah,
it
See,
should have
and
just
the-
left.
and the thing
he
is-
should have like stood still in a sense.
Well, I don't know if he was really thinking about what direction it went. I think it was just like, where the fuck did it go? And he was just like,
Following it, kind of like.
not
I don't know.
following
If
or
it goes,
expecting it.
if it goes first and then he moves, I might give you a chance.
Uh-huh.
But if he moves with it, I'm done.
So it
Shut
kinda
it down,
looks,
brother
It kind of
Archimedes.
looks like it just disappears. I'm not 100% sure. And
Yeah, like it just kind of.
it kind of disappears,
So
right?
can you slow that? Can you do like a super slow mo and like frame by frame and
That
see what
I cannot do.
Nah,
can
that's
actually.
way out of his
There you go.
skill set right
There
there.
you go.
There you go, Dre.
There you go. Look at
Attaboy.
that.
Okay.
Look at that. But let's get that further out.
A little further. It's more
Further
towards the
out.
end.
No, more towards the end, for sure.
So I think it's it's about to move right here.
That's all I hear right now.
This is how I sound when I'm not.
Oh, that's not right.
It sounds creepy, right?
Oh, see,
so
like
it
it
just
just disappeared,
disappears.
man.
Gone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too fast.
And then
That's
he, and
way
then,
too
and then
fast.
he moves his camera. It disappears and then he moves the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So some spacecrafts are said to be multi-dimensional. No, they
True.
go into portals. Like
Yeah.
Yep.
In and out.
Yep,
yep,
In
yep.
and out. That's wild,
So
man.
I
I can't
don't-
wait. I can't wait for that
wormholes.
kind of technology.
Hell yeah, dude.
Speaking of space
Stop
travel,
it,
like
stop it.
Cut it out. Get that weak
Cut
stuff
it
out
out
of here.
Trevor. So it just disappears then.
Chop it. Just close it completely. Get it.
Gone.
rid of
I already got it.
Get rid of the other one.
Okay.
Bye.
So then I'm gonna assume that you're gonna think you think it's a nay.
Yeah, that one's an A.
It's a nay. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all.
you guys.
I can believe in a lot of these things. They make sense, but some things we just gotta like have some common sense.
A little sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Not to say common sense is very common nowadays, but
You know what it is?
Yeah.
There's less and less awareness every day, and the more and more people kind of just stare at their devices all day, the less cognitive we are to just it. I'll tell you why I'm even irked by this right now. I was just at a place today celebrating a friend's birthday, his daughter's birthday, and we were at Sky Zone, and there's so many people there.
How is that?
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I did this dunking trampoline thing, and I got up there, bro. I got up there. Don't get me wrong. I fell flat on my ass, but I got ups. All right. But anyway, my point is there's so many people there, and it's such a tight space, and really it just it's not as fun as you think.
Oh, really?
No, it really isn't. There's a lot of just
Acrobatics going on.
There's just a lot of things going on. There's a lot going on at all times, and fucking all you've got to do, really, the absolute least that you have to do as a fucking human is look up. You sad sack piece of shit. Look up. Like everybody's just staring at their phones and then pulling them out, trying to make sure that they capture the moment, and they're not even fucking living in the moment.
Yeah.
Live in the moment, you know? Enjoy the kids that are jumping on the trampoline instead of just standing in the middle of a fucking walkway trying to record them, or get closer to them, something. But it's just, people are just so unaware of themselves and just so, they're just kind of, they want their own space. They want everything for them, catered to them. A couple things were shut down, and people were upset because of it. And it's like, okay, it needs maintenance.
get
Let
over
it be.
it.
What are you gonna do? What, you want your money back? You chose to come today. Why are you upset? And it's just crazy to me because it's things like that. Like what he's saying. You just some sense. Have some sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be common, but the more and more people are obsessed with this right here, dude, it's becoming less and less.
yeah,
Less and less.
It's very true.
Yeah.
part of
It's
the
very true.
brainwashing, dumb down the general public in a sense. But
Yeah, it's crazy how this generation, including millennials and the younger generation, is just like a sea of people looking down. They're all gonna have fucking neck problems when they get older. Seriously, dude. It's
Not if you get one of those holders.
It seems like it's a fucking trend, dude. There was but then again, I mean, how long has this been going on? Because I saw a meme recently where it was 1925, a picture of a bunch of people against the wall reading newspapers. And then 2019,
shit.
Everybody's doing the same thing.
everybody's on their phone.
Yeah.
So
And then they said that about books, and it's. I mean, it
Sure.
really just changes.
Isn't it about TV?
it's not necessarily the phone that's evil. It's how you use it. It's all technology. It's the same thing. It's technology is meant to either make life and things around us a little bit more easier to manage, but you can also use it to do some damage and
And look at
most
porn.
definitely.
Absolutely.
Most importantly,
Most
most importantly,
Absolutely. Most importantly.
do some damage and look at porn.
No.
Or
You're just
both.
gonna damage your fucking keyboard, Dre.
Hey, bro. Don't call me hammer fist.
Oh man.
Going back to porn.
Okay, right. Next video.
Okay, so
is that
Are
Jason?
those live? What are
I'm
you
just pressing play.
What are
and
you
stop.
watching?
Play and
dude?
pause. Play and pause. Play and pause.
Oh my god, that's horrid.
So this next video that we got, it's essentially the same thing, except that it's at night. And so there's one craft, and it splits into three. One main craft at the top.
Gotcha.
And then two smaller crafts that separate. And then all of a sudden, they go up. They disappear at super fucking lightning speed.
No shit.
So check this out and tell me what you think. So you see, that's the fucking craft right there.
Holy.
And it's just chilling.
Shut up, Bart.
Ooh.
Se echó un pedo,
And it
mira.
goes in and out of
Nah,
focus.
that was ski.
It's spreading. It's spreading life.
Yeah.
Awful.
And then all of a sudden,
Oh.
the main craft leaves, and then the two smaller ones.
Okay.
leave.
Huh.
Okay. All right.
So let's watch that again.
But this is in Russia?
That's
See, because how it goes in and out of focus along with the camera.
with the foreground.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
buildings,
And then all of a sudden, it just, like, it was never fucking there. Well, there we go. And then the two smaller ones leave.
That
My
took out,
man.
that took out very CGI-ish.
I mean, it's just I don't know. It seemed like a mother in the wild with its cubs, and it's just it's all food or danger.
Let's
And
go.
it took off, and the cubs went running right behind it like,
Now
oh,
the,
no!
the mom took off. Like, she was like, fuck you guys.
I'm out.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay, so obviously, every video that we bring in could
Right.
be CGI. Of
No,
course.
Yeah.
every video you bring in is CGI.
It is CGI.
First of all, fuck you.
You gotta check your sources, Jason.
So what? Okay, considering that we have an expert in cinematography,
Alright.
in photography.
Yeah.
You were saying something about
The focus.
the foreground,
focus,
and the
that-
focus.
I guess you can still do that in CGI, but man, you just never know nowadays.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
Like
Take a look at it again?
It does
That's a
look
tough
a little
one.
real. So, but,
Oh,
but
maybe
I'm
you-
not
maybe
gonna.
we
I'm
should
not
get
gonna
that-
put.
let's
I'm not gonna
let's do
put
this
my
one.
like.
Let's do this
Yeah,
one in
like
super
life
slow
on
mo
it,
I
again.
know for sure you could do that in After Effects.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
guy. Just be like,
exactly.
whoop, whoop,
Hell
put a
yeah.
little blur.
Yeah.
Bam, done.
You just have
Man.
to
Easy.
do each time frame and
Yeah.
Look at that.
It even has a score, dog. You hear that?
It does. You know?
He says, skeet, skeet, skeet.
So anybody can put a score.
Do you guys believe we've been to the moon?
Yeah.
You know what?
I
There-
think
now-
we have.
I'll
But
tell you what.
I
Okay,
heard
go ahead.
What they found.
Go ahead.
Oh, China. You're talking about China.
No,
now.
no. Well,
Because
China.
China
I mean,
recently
China
say
now.
it, say
Shout
it
out
right,
China.
bro. Say it right.
China recently landed on the far side of the moon.
Shout out to China.
Shout out to China. And
But how do you know that though, Jason?
oh well,
True.
I don't. Obviously we don't.
Right.
I mean, we're not there.
Do you speak Chinese, sir?
I
Who
do.
told you?
I do. so the story goes, that's what China did. Now, whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But there is. Why is this happening?
Because you're not paying attention.
But now, so whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. Now there is evidence showing that we never landed on the moon. The lighting effects that have to do with the video that was given, as well as the flag. I think there was one about the
Waving.
flag waving when
Waving.
there's no
Yeah,
atmosphere.
There's no
in the
atmosphere.
moon.
There's no wind.
So do
There's
you
a
guys,
stick on the flag that's holding it up.
Is that what it is?
You
That's
think so?
another
On both
thing that's
sides?
like kind of bogus about it, but because
Mm.
supposedly there's no weight, so everything has to kind of float. So if the flag is draping down, and the astronauts that are wearing like heavy ass equipment, they're like jumping up and shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It doesn't necessarily.
add up.
It doesn't gel.
No.
I mean, just some of the things that you've seen in like, so for example, when they do like the videos from inside the space stations, right? And like you'll see somebody like with water, right? Like they let water out of a cup, and you just see this orb, like it's like crazy looking, right? Like there's so many things that they do, and it's pretty crazy to see.
Yeah.
And so I would imagine that like a flag, especially made of like I don't know, like a polyester, would be like really just kind of flowing, would be very loose, and
water drops.
yeah,
have
and
that
it was just so stiff, and the same I would say would go like if they're just kind of jumping around, seemingly what it looks like dirt, because I don't know
like
what
that.
the moon
It's
is
like
made
out in the
like, right?
desert.
Yeah. But it should be like it should be sitting in the air a lot longer than it really is. It shouldn't be settling as quickly.
Right.
You get what I mean? Like it just shouldn't be moving as fast. So I don't know that I subscribe to the fact that we have that we've been to the moon. I think there's a lot more going on there, and I don't know how much it has to do with us per se,
Right.
like us, like we did it. But I do believe that our big brother is definitely not honest in any way about what is going on, outside this dome that we call a planet. because why would they?
Dome, are you a flat earther, bro?
Oh, by the way,
Oh,
if you haven't seen it,
Talk
please.
about a cult right
please.
there, man.
I mean, please
Seriously.
check it out, dude. What
I
is
think
it?
there's
Behind the
truth
curve?
in flat Earth.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like completely flat, but we live on a flat surface. I
It's,
think it's way bigger than we're told, and we're
So,
just.
the name of the Beyond the Curve, right?
behind
Oh,
the
yeah,
curve.
Behind the
Behind the curve.
It's
Yeah.
on
yeah.
Netflix. Shout out.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. A documentary about flat earthers. And
Mhm.
so what it seems like is that they're
The crazy thing is that it's not a documentary about flat Earth. It's a documentary about flat Earthers.
yeah
Like
yeah,
the
exactly.
people who believe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about the people
So if
that
you're
believe.
looking to like get learned on, flat Earth, that's not the documentary for you. Do your own research.
Right. No, yeah, I believe that. And it seems like at the end, they're just. It seemed to me, and just
Spoiler
my
alert.
opinion, but they were proven wrong.
Spoiler alert.
But I'm just saying, check it out for yourselves if you want to. It's a great documentary.
It's on Netflix. Easy to
It's on
find.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
ahead
yeah.
and watch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, flat earthers.
Yeah, because they're coming out the woodwork, man, and
They
they're
are,
proud
they're-
of it too,
and that's fine.
And I mean, I'm like again, like I'm not doing the science. I'm not going out there and I'm not finding out. I'm not flying into space. I've never actually been on a
Exactly.
space station looking down. Like I've got no choice but to believe everything that that I see on there, right? Like
Let's figure out how to
I got
tie
no
our
choice.
shoes first.
for real,
Everybody
dude.
can't even get that right, and they're over there trying to figure out if the Earth is flat or not.
Man, for real, there are too many.
Let's get along first.
Yeah, let's.
I think that's
so
that's
much
probably
easier said
like
than done.
A tactic to kind of keep us separated.
Oh, for sure, man.
Ultimately, it's like that really doesn't even matter. That's not gonna-
Divisiveness is key.
That's not gonna
Yeah, keep 'em
cure
separated.
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
problems that are.
Give them something
present.
to fight about.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's
them
give them
tribalism.
And you and I might
Style.
agree. You and I might agree on something,
Raider fans.
right? And they'll disagree on that,
Uh-huh.
and vice versa. They will agree on something that
That
you and I
we'll
will disagree with, and
And it's
so
just,
it just goes.
Yep.
And instead of focusing on these things that make us so different, like we're not focusing on the things that
Make us
that make us
more alike.
more alike, right? That would join us, and that's
But fuck Jimmy.
Yeah, no.
Right
I mean,
now?
at the end of the day,
at the end of the day.
at the end of the day, it just
But you guys are totally right. It seems like separation is definitely a tack that's being used on the world in general. Big Brother.
I heard that that's an attack on your cheeks right now.
Oh, my
Separatism.
take those cheeks.
My cheeks are rock solid, man. Hey, okay, so back to the moon and the space.
Speaking of
The
moon,
dark side.
the dark side of the moon, man.
Mhm.
So, do you guys think that's real? What happened? Like with what they're saying, China landed on the moon. Well, one of the rovers landed on the dark side of the moon.
Nay.
Man,
I don't know, man.
No, you don't believe
That's
it.
heavy.
It's a heavy one.
It's heavy because in order to believe that, you would have to believe that we also did that, right? And so that's where I'm kind of looking at it like I'm not entirely sure that we did it as much as we staged it.
Okay.
Where we are now out there in space, it's just for me it's a tough one. I want to believe NASA. I want to believe everything that they say, but there's only so much good intention that a big corporation like that can put out.
Right,
for sure.
And I mean that like we get that they're science driven and that they're trying to discover new things, but who's to say they haven't done that already?
And they're just keeping it.
And they're just keeping it, right? Like, the SpaceX, that's part of it all, and that's just the entertainment factor. And they're
General
already,
public, we're like,
like we're the
50
last
years
yeah,
behind in
always,
technology.
every
and
time,
a lot of these,
every time.
That's very.
Yeah.
or
Look
if
at
not
self-
more, like, and that in reality we're far past that because you can see a lot of them people are connected to other beings that have other technologies from
Absolutely.
That's
other
exactly
worlds,
what I was going to
yeah.
ask you.
And they
where
come
does
in
that
and
technology come
they,
from?
Sure.
they share that with certain people out
Yeah.
here and
And I mean, we talked about it being aliens, right? But I mean, that same alien or that same interdimensional being might just be somebody from the future with a funny suit.
yeah.
Like Back to the Future? Like,
Yeah, man. Doc
So-
Brown.
Hello,
you look at
Loon.
like, and I'm not gonna say I've seen them or that they're real, but
Uh-huh.
like just kind of thinking of the way something can evolve.
Mm-hmm.
So if a human being is raised on a lot of genetically modified foods and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, imagine now thousands of years of consuming that, like how your body and your chemistry can change.
True that.
And
Yeah.
how like
Oh.
so like these grays to me look like human beings that like have lost their pigmentation. and
Oh,
they've
good
lost
point.
their
Yeah.
senses.
Yeah.
They don't have to necessarily have the same physical
Form,
strength
yeah.
we have,
Mhm.
because all they do is they have a mental capacity that can crush us if they want. in a
And
sense.
That's wild.
There was a
That's an
theory
interesting.
that
That's an interesting view.
there was
But-
a theory that Einstein said that eventually we can get to the point where essentially our bodies are useless. If we use enough percentage of our brain, we would not need our bodies
Yeah.
to do anything. We
Damn.
would just do
So
everything
that-
telepathically, mentally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
yeah.
used to I read some article on that where the initial tribes of humanity, they were telepathic beings, and
Trip.
it's kind of like we're born with that innocence to do certain things naturally,
Mm-hmm.
that like you don't have to say thank you or something. Like everything was already like automatic, like I love you and that's it. It's not like you have to tell me
Or show the
back.
sentiment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
it's just
It's
that's what
understood.
it is. So
It's
already
understood.
we've been
Yeah.
broken down in different ways to kind of live in the world we live in now, but ultimately, like, I feel the human body is like a rubber band. Like all the disease and all the things that kind of keep us from our divinity can be washed away if we decide to
Cleanse it out.
exactly
Mhm.
purge all that shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Get it washed out.
What if the
A mí me
world?
hace falta un buen baño. For real. O sea,
What if it does happen
son.
like this? Like the people that are eating like all that GMO, genetically modified, whatever the fuck food.
yeah, what about us?
What if?
We've been
What
doing
if-
that for a long time.
What if the evolution of man splits into two people, the ones that did that and the ones that didn't do that? And what if
Exactly.
You
what if
mean-
it becomes
you
like
mean
a
vegans?
time machine? I think there was the
Yeah.
book called Time Machine where in the future
H.G.
there are
Wells. Shout out.
two beings that live on the earth. They're the regular human beings that we see today, and then there are other beings that stemmed from human beings that evolved because for some reason or another that actually eat us regular human beings.
Damn.
They're cannibals.
And so, what if GMO
Can they
does
start
all
with
of
my
that,
ass?
and then we become essentially two separate species?
That's crazy.
We're not separate species. We're kind of like, we remain kind of like cousins.
Oh, hey, cousin, you still made, huh?
Somos primos, yeah. Like even like zombies. At one point, you can say
Yeah.
they're regular people, so they're an extension of ourselves. It's
Man.
just they took a wrong turn. It's like the Matrix
They
type shit.
want fucking
Yeah,
brain.
they're on
What,
Flaco.
what pill? What pill are you gonna take? And it's
Yeah.
like, I'd rather not take any.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, there's
Yeah.
definitely those zombies out there, bro. On all that broken glass
There's
out
the
there.
deer zombie.
Shout
right
out,
now,
saca la bolsita.
supposedly.
A deer zombie?
Yeah, you guys haven't.
I haven't heard of the deer zombie. What the
shit.
fuck is the deer
Yeah,
zombie?
that
It's like
they're like feeding deer pellets of other deer,
yeah.
and it's turning them into like zombie like.
Like cannibals.
Yeah,
Holy
exactly.
shit.
Really?
So they're that's shit that's not like out in the main.
Oh,
Yeah, no, and
mainstream
you won't
media,
find it
but
because it's
wow.
animal
happening
cruelty.
right now.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
they're-
well, what
so
if-
they're trying to like all this shit like Hollywood and all that like they're trying to press on us a certain world, a certain
Agenda.
yeah, exactly.
So there isn't so much of a shock factor.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
it just kind of normalizes a lot
Absolutely.
of
Agreed.
this shit. But
Yeah, agreed.
it's like if you can imagine something, it's possible.
Yeah.
So
Running Man.
these people are imagining the worst. Like we're over here imagining and trying to like better the world and shit. There's people that are trying to do the
Destroy
opposite.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
so-
and
Well, because it's gonna keep them behind the
the silk screen.
yeah, it's gonna keep them in their positions, and they don't want to be fighting for the top. They don't even want it to be. They don't want anyone to get a head start.
Top, though.
Well, that's the thing though. Is that
Everybody
there's a
has
stronghold.
their own. You're your own number one. It's like
Sure.
we shouldn't rely on either government. Like all this exists, but ultimately, if you're not level-headed and grounded, like you're not gonna necessarily be a productive individual in life. And
And I totally agree with him. There shouldn't be a fight for number one. You are your own number one. And what's very unfortunate about the human society today is that, well, there is a number one, and that person is in power and is in control of fucking everything.
It's a 1%. Like,
Yeah,
it's
the
1%.
very few. And unfortunately, that's the way things are right now.
Mm-hmm.
And those that, fight against the man, essentially, kudos to them. But it doesn't seem like a very good route to take, because it seems like those people are fucking being taken out.
If you're talking about anybody that decides to stand up for themselves in that particular case, like a whistleblower, right? Is that what you're trying to say?
Right.
Got it. Okay.
I honestly don't think it's gonna change anything. They're so ensconced and rooted that it's gonna be
so established.
Yeah, it's gonna be difficult, very difficult to get whatever is.
I don't like.
out.
You don't have to necessarily think about it too much. Where it's like, what do we do? What? How can we beat this, or how can we not be victims? The reality is that these people are actually victims of themselves, because they're not happy people, dude. Do you think
I don't think
they
so.
can be like happy, loving, like beautiful people that are actually reaping the beauty of life? If you're over here like
I think it
living
gets to
like
a
a
level.
villain, like
I think it gets to a
you're
level where
probably-
it's not.
you have no
enjoyable.
family. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
no family.
More is not
you're
enough.
fucking
You probably
can't
have
even
like
sleep. You're, like-
multiple ulcers.
yeah,
and
so they're
Yeah.
it's like pobrecito, man. They're victims of their
Miss
own
fucking Mr. Burns.
Misinformation.
Yeah,
Exactly,
exactly.
exactly.
Exactly. Oh wait.
Don't.
Exactly. So I guess moving forward with the aliens and our interdimensional beings,
Okay.
beings.
International
we have some more.
frijoles.
Yes, sir. So we have various sightings recently within the past week or so of
Oh, these
red
are recent.
lights. Yeah, these are recent. Within,
Red lights
I wanna
in the
say
sky?
Red lights.
And we're talking about
in
multi
the
views.
sky. I mean, multiple views.
Anytime
multiple
we get multi-views, it's a
countries,
good thing.
such as the UK,
Oy.
Southeast Asia.
You don't know más?
And these red lights are appearing everywhere.
So
let's-
somebody's trying to
let's,
develop pictures.
There's
Yeah, let's
also
take a
that
look.
blue beam project or something like that.
Project Blue Beam?
Yes.
Yep, yep,
so
Blue Man.
Oh.
It,
Blue
it,
Man
it can
Group?
be like a setup. It's trying to get shit started and spread it out throughout the
For
world.
those,
where-
So you-
yeah, for those unfamiliar with Project
connected.
Bluebeam, it's a program in operation where
They're
they
holograms.
essentially, shoot lasers into the sky, creating images.
Holograms.
And
Trip.
one of the ideas was to make either Christ appear or major religious figures across,
Whoa.
the spectrum, like
Yeah.
Buddha, Allah, all
to
these-
show end times. And,
yeah, exactly.
Put people in a panic and
Yep, yep, yep,
have
yep.
motherfuckers start stabbing each other for food. And shit.
There was a recent video that I saw, and I didn't bring it because I thought you guys would like fucking shit on it like you do every
course.
Well,
But
that's
it was-
expected.
it was-
you
it
should
was-
know.
No, but it was
So?
it was essentially
That's never stopped you before.
a light of fire with the Virgin coming out.
Is
Yeah.
that the picture? The one that's
No,
been
it's a
documented?
video. It's a video.
It's a video.
video.
Nah,
It's like a
definitely.
And
reel?
then when
Man,
the
I'm
Virgin,
naming
you
that
should
shit
have had
already.
that on
It's Jay. That's a definite.
Man, you must be sick, bro. That was a picture of his we saw earlier, dude. It was a tree, dude.
It was a
Whoa.
tree.
It wasn't a movie at
Mushrooms,
Jason. It wasn't a movie at all,
that
bro.
First of all,
That was
fuck you guys.
that was a definite J.
No, but yeah. What was going on is there was a ball of fire in the sky, right?
Right.
And then all these people were like, "Oh shit, a ball of fire!" And then all of a sudden, you see the image of the Virgin Mary
She just
pops
popped
out, and then everybody starts freaking the fuck out. And I don't know if it was a
Hey.
movie or
Mass
it
Did
looked-
people
it
start
looked-
stabbing each other though?
I don't know,
I
man.
hope so.
Hey, but somebody on the website was asking, "Did you bring condoms?"
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
I always bring condoms.
I like
They're in
that.
my car.
I never use them, but I got them.
Yeah, I don't. Use them.
They're all like wafers. They're all just brittle. Here, babe, let me take out my condom.
Here, let me just put this on. Aww.
I thought that was an actual condom wrapper.
Snickers.
And you heard it here first, guys. You can actually use a Snickers wrapper as a condom.
As
You
a
should
condom.
try it.
Shout out.
I recommend that
Shout out.
everybody try
Just
it.
You all
pretend.
should
Next
do
time.
it.
Don't
Pretend.
worry, I got it, babe.
It's on.
Snickers, you just
Start calling it the Snickers challenge.
and then, and then slip the plan B in. Ooh.
Hannah didn't like that.
All right,
one.
cool. All right, so without further ado,
let's see.
What you got?
so these are just videos. There's no sound. So I mean, these are essentially. This one is shot in the UK. A lot of just red lights, man. Red lights in the sky. There's a little video on it. Look, check it out.
That's really high up to be a building.
You think so?
Well, I don't know. Those lights aren't bright enough for me not to see a building behind that, but
No, that looks like fucking KO Ken attack, man.
that's fucking spirit bomb.
Oh shit! And this is
Chigoku.
around. And this is around the world.
Yeah. I mean, this one was
This
shot
is
in
in
the
the
UK.
UK.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oi.
Oi.
Oh, it might.
Oi,
It's
mate.
probably right in Manchester.
Wow.
Stupid Reds.
Crazy.
I know, right? It's probably Manchester United.
Just saying though.
It's
Just
a
saying
flare.
though.
Yeah, so,
Hey,
I mean,
that
it could be a
squad.
flare.
That squad has been on a tear since the firing of Mourinho.
Uh,
Oh man. Oh man.
Ah.
Oh man.
Ah.
Mourinho should have been out a long time ago.
Yeah, but he's out now.
What's up with LAFC, man?
Playing right now. I'll tell you what's up with them right now.
Is that saying "fuck you" or
Yeah.
"so cute"?
It is. No, it's saying
Fuck you.
you.
Like real slow. Listen.
Jason.
I just fuck you.
No, it really is saying so
Fuck
cute.
you, Jason.
Okay, what?
Okay, all right. No. Back to
Oh yeah, so this is
back
this
to the
one's in
red.
Thailand. Shout out Thailand.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real, shout out. She could get it.
And this was in Pulan Pandi. Oh, what's with
yeah.
that?
Oh man.
Double
Oh,
time.
my Pulampamdi.
Fucking Pulampandi.
Is this
God damn.
All
is
right.
that pull uping? Oh.
There it is. There it goes.
That's the sun, dude.
Did you see that? Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay.
What?
Mysterious.
What are we?
What are we-
nay,
what are we
nay,
looking at right now?
nay,
Nay?
all this nay.
Nay.
Yeah,
Nay, except for that
bro.
chick.
Come on. What is going on right now?
What's going on, man?
No. For real.
These are vidges. Vidges with the
Vidges.
red lights in the sky, my guy, all over the world.
Okay, I want to see one more country then.
Whole world.
World.
Man, Viacom works quick.
By account, yeah.
What are people saying this is? Or what? Like,
They're
don't
just
know,
they
man.
don't know. They aren't
It's
saying
in
what it
Philippines.
is. I mean, it's
It's
an unidentified object in the
UFO?
Red
sky.
object, a light
Oh,
in
yeah.
the sky.
It's in Filipino.
Oh, shout out to anyone who can read that.
Call
kinda,
us,
kind of
call
like
us in if you know how.
the SpaceX craft that
Oh yeah,
flew
that-
over
yeah,
LA.
yeah,
That's
oh,
what
yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah.
People are like
Everybody
talking.
thought
Oh,
they started
it's that.
freaking out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could be. I mean, it's.
I don't think it was a SpaceX craft.
No.
I mean, that's
No,
just what they
hell no.
told us, right?
Yeah,
like
from
that's what they.
Vandenberg.
But those are the real.
Yep.
Fucking
Shit.
aliens.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's a picture
Los
taken from an
machines.
airplane.
Yep.
Wait, up above.
This was another shot taken from an airplane. It could easily be a meteor just whizzing across the sky, scratching the surface of our
It
atmosphere.
could be, and that's the reason for the red light. But then again, I mean, just the solid. Excuse me. The solid red light. That's not going to be a comet hitting our atmosphere. It's not going to
'cause
turn like that.
it's- Yeah, no.
No, it's sitting perfectly still.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think it's
exactly,
coming at us.
exactly,
The
exactly.
question is, what is it that's up there? Because it's not like a blimp, right? You would be able to see like something that's a blimp. It's just legitimately an orb,
Of
like a
light.
glowing orb.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what could cause that. If it looks like everybody was just staring at that shit for hours, I don't know that it
Yeah.
ever actually
Just
went away.
disappears, Yeah.
I figure if something doesn't go away though for a long time, like how long do you sit there and record it?
Hours.
Like for real?
Hours.
You think so?
Hours,
Yeah.
Days.
Days.
I mean, you would stay
Nobody's
there
got
as
enough
long
battery
as you would stay there for as long, to witness it disappear.
Right.
What
With
if
the
it's,
camera on a tripod.
Just saying, it's cold in London.
Huevo.
I don't want to stay out there for
So-
too long, mate.
So what is it? And another question I have that I'll probably never know is why red? Why the fuck not blue? Or
Why is
white?
I told you because
White.
it's Manchester.
It was Manchester United.
It's Manchester United.
That's pretty crazy.
No, that's I don't know, man.
I've slowed it down, right? So just for,
but I don't know what I really don't know what I'd do if I saw
it's pretty
seen
far
something
away,
like that.
and
it also depends on how much drugs I've had.
and
Yes.
okay, it's not a. I don't think it's a flare
Cameras
because
don't take drugs.
I don't think it's a flare only because flares have a tendency to fall in line with gravity and fall.
And there's a trail and shit.
I mean, yeah, man, I don't know.
That one's just chilling, like just fucking. Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? What's going on?
just red
it
light.
looks like
It's not
a
enough for
big
me.
ball of red light.
I don't know, man. As a photographer, like if you've ever set up some kind of background or anything
Oh,
of
that's a
that
closer
nature,
look.
like, is there any way that you might be able to get
It
a light
kind of
like
looks
that
like a
suspended?
cell.
Yeah.
So what?
Or a
it can
pupil.
simply just not necessarily be like a craft, but an actual
Beam?
entity. Yeah, that's just like
Ah.
it's kind of like
Does
a
look
like
like
a
Popping in?
super popowerful
Actually, it-
jellyfish.
Very nice.
If you-
Oh,
if you
man,
look at
watch
it,
out,
it
jellyfish
kinda
overlords.
Looks like an eye.
Exactly.
Like if you look at it, it looks like an
Damn,
eye,
the eye
right?
of
Some
Sauron,
nucleus
bro.
shit right there.
Some Lord of the Rings shit.
Yeah.
I see you.
Here's Johnny.
Dig.
Oh wait.
I will get you, gadget.
Are you saying?
No.
Are you guys saying it's the Eye of Sauron? Or
Yeah.
what- is that what it is?
Nah, dude, we're saying it's the villain from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Get you next time.
The claw.
gadget.
The claw. Yeah. The claw.
I've always,
Get you next time.
I always had dreams that thing was watching me have sex, and I was like, I just want to watch.
Did you?
I just want to watch.
Don't look at me, Dre.
With her.
Hey, did it encourage you more to to continue?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Good. I'm glad it didn't
I was
discourage
like,
you.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my
That's tough,
god.
dude. That's tough.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was, but I'm definitely very unsure about Pulam Pandan, and I don't even believe that it's a real place. How about that?
Buttons down.
Palantam.
I don't believe it exists.
But wait, right here it doesn't look like just a single fucking red
Yeah,
dot.
see
It's
here
like
it
a
looks
lot of like a platform.
row. Yeah.
Maybe it's a stage, dude.
Damn.
Maybe it's a stage.
Alvaro, what do you think, man?
It's fucking Mewtwo.
It's Mewtwo.
It's
I think
Mewtwo.
it's what I was saying earlier. It's
Yeah.
like an entity.
Yeah,
It's
something.
yeah, it's, like
that
I feel a
exists.
lot of these
Energy.
paranormal activities are like some of them are real, some aren't, and they're put out like at the same time to kind of distort the reality of things. But I feel that it's kind of like realizing that these people, if they really wanted all of us out, they can do that. So
Agreed.
they're kind of
They're just
taking
flexing.
care. They're making
Yeah.
sure that we don't fuck it up. Yeah.
True that.
So in a lot of ways, we are we're being taken care of by some of the. There's good and bad in everything.
Absolutely. Agreed.
So
Agreed.
so some of these entities in reality are fighting on the good side of things. They're part of the light. you
That's
can
one
say.
of the conspiracy theories out there is that we belong to a federation of other worldly beings. Shout out to
Yeah.
that particular
Okay.
conspiracy theory.
So essentially,
Yeah.
we're controlled by Lisa, and the devil is Bart.
damn.
yeah. Very
All
nice.
right. Okay. I'm in.
The one you call Bot.
Yes. Yes.
That's definitely possible. Now, this ties in with, the fact that they came here to help us along the way at the beginning. The human civilization seemed to advance pretty quickly from one
Spat
point
in
to
a
the next.
pond.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, exactly.
Well, we almost destroyed ourselves with how quickly we advanced with like nuclear technology.
And so, what if we're a project? What if we are a project? What if
Exactly.
we're,
Yes.
pretty much some alien kid who has to do a school project? He created life, and that's just a normal.
more
and
serious than that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but
but
yeah.
then,
No,
then
yeah.
you
But more
then
or
you
less,
can
you're
then
painting that
you
picture.
can kind of acknowledge in a sense that kid is God.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
If
Exactly.
a child can
Exactly.
create this, then that is
Yeah.
our
that's our God. Yeah,
Yeah.
He created.
But who created that kid?
Exactly.
That's
So
the
that what
thing.
I was gonna say is levels,
ultimately,
right? Like
yeah,
it's just
so
one orb.
God is
orb.
that
orb.
plus
Orb. Was it
everything
MIB?
else.
Is it MIB where
Oh, yeah.
our entire galaxy
And
was
it's
We're
infinite.
marbles.
in a little marble
Oh
on,
yeah, and they're
on a
playing
kitty's
with
neck?
us.
cling, cling, cling.
These aliens
cling,
are.
Oh,
really
that, yeah,
They
yeah.
started playing
Canicas.
Men in
marbles.
Black.
Yeah,
The,
right.
what is it? Orion's belt.
There you go. You know, más eran canicas. Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, man. We might be
never
some
know,
space
dude.
marbles, cuz.
What if we are, man?
It could be.
I mean, honestly, if we think about this, there are things that are substantially smaller than what we are. We're talking about,
Penis?
atoms,
Like what?
microbes,
Do you know something?
Jimmy's penis.
She sent you those pictures?
So what
you
if?
guys?
Did my ex talk to you?
What have you guys?
Damn it.
Oh, I'm panicking.
I fucking told her.
Everybody in here sweating right
I
now.
told her it was cold. God damn it.
I just got it out of the pool. Pobrecito.
No, but what if that's the case? Like,
Yeah.
we have our micro world that we observe. What if we're a micro world?
Like we can
another
see really
being.
deep into that world, right? With like with like our technology, we can look at small things, and then we can look out and we can see far things.
You can
right?
see my dick
But
from here.
can't see that, no matter how hard the magnifying glass is. But my point is like, what if we can only look so far down, and what if there is something down there that is looking towards us and
Yeah.
has not found it yet,
See,
right?
and that's what I'm saying about this thing.
Yeah,
Like, it looked
you
like
just-
an eye. What if it's somebody looking through a microscope at us? Like, hey, oh shit.
Hey, what's going on there, guys?
What's going on?
shit.
What's up, homies?
Could be, man.
The thing is, yeah, you never know. You
But-
never know. But that, I
That
mean,
you're by saying that, it's like you're making them more human.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
reality is, whatever tools they have to perceive us, we can't even comprehend it.
We can't fathom. Nah.
Yeah, so they're probably,
Nope.
and
Uh-uh.
in reality, it's like they're looking at us right now as
Sure.
we speak.
Yeah.
We don't have the means to know that.
hope
what if
not.
it's like? What if it's like? Yeah, like they see us speaking, and then they're like, "Man, these motherfuckers got it."
They're watching us right now.
Yeah.
Figure that shit out.
That's
right
why we
now.
have. I mean,
Hey.
how can we? We're so
Hit the
dumb.
red button.
They're
They're
trying
starting
to
to get
keep
smart. Hit the red button.
Holy
Shut
shit.
this motherfucker
Hey,
down.
let's torch this motherfucker.
Hey, go get a blank one. Let's start over.
But you never know. I mean, you never know.
So was that a J or a nay, guys?
Him going back to that conversation where we had, where it might be, someone looking into a microscope. Like, yeah, like I can get into that being somewhat of the the possibility, because I've got nothing else to describe that, and I don't. In anything that I've been watching, at least of this right here, this does not look like it's CGI to me. It looks like it truly exists. It's really there.
Yeah.
How it got to be there is where I'm perplexed. I'm not sure how that is.
It can be a man-made craft as well.
Yeah. But it's not
Yeah.
to just
And-
float
and
forever.
they got
Hours
They're
and
talking
hours
about
and hours.
Technology is
their
way more
advancement
advanced.
in
than
Yeah.
It's like they got that shit.
Yeah, like Uber Air.
Yeah.
It's no bullshit.
Uber Planet.
I actually have a picture of one of their crafts. No
Really?
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uber Air.
Yeah, Uber aircrafts.
What the fuck?
Damn.
What
Yeah.
is Uber
Should I
Air?
send that? We got like
How
2
much
minutes.
is the ticket? Like $15?
I don't know what it's gonna cost because it's still in development.
Like
But I do have a
$100.
picture of it, and I shall gladly.
She can still
Let's bring
get
up a
it.
picture on the. I kind of want to see this. Could you look
Yeah,
up Uber Air?
give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, maybe you can do it. That'd be great.
That'd be great.
Metallenberg.
Which one?
Go to videos. Or I'm sorry. Images.
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 One of these. This guy.
Yeah, bro. I
Whoa.
mean, there's a couple of them, but that's definitely not what I have at all. I think I got an
Well, then you're
inside
a
look
fucking
here.
liar.
No. It's gonna be watch that one right there. Second picture for that one. No. You had it right. Up. It's gonna be something like that.
Really? Like this helicopter?
Oh, well, that's what I'm looking at for sure.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey,
Except
that
those
looks
things
fucking
are.
fancy. Oh wow.
Shit.
Yeah. Let me.
That
I'm
looks
trying
pretty
to
cool.
get it to you.
That shit looks like what they had at Avatar, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Man, this is Avatar 2.
So these crafts are only for Uber? What?
They're
I think that if they're
they're
gonna
in development for
yeah.
Uber.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Are they like automated or?
I don't think so, but I know that they fit 6 people.
Dang.
So
yeah,
that's
that's what I know about it right now.
That's convenient if you live anywhere, but if especially like in cities like
I think
New
it's
York.
sent if you want to pull up the picture that I got. It
you know
should be under
where
the,
traffic's
tab
insane.
on the Google.
You just fly over to wherever the fuck you have to go, and it's probably gonna be like, let's
We're
see.
gonna make it inexpensive.
Well, obviously less
not-
expensive than, but
And actually owning your own
Yes.
craft and having to pay
Yes.
maintenance
pay for the gas and all that
absolutely.
shit. Yeah.
pilot
Yep.
and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Check this shit out, guys.
And those
What?
propellers are like 10 they're 10 feet each.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's huge.
That thing is
That shit's
ginormous.
a big
dude.
ass glorified drone.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's Uber Air. And so
Wow.
then this brings me back to a video that you shared a while back. If you remember, there was one that you brought us where it was this craft that was flying through, and it was so far in the distance that ended up going behind a building, and it's just this streamlined flight. No sudden disappearance, so we ruled out that it was going to be a UFO of any kind,
Right.
but it was just this craft that just was kind of hovering, moving.
yeah.
It didn't look like a helicopter at all. It just was just this strange, kind of had a weird flight pattern.
Could have been one of
And
these.
I'm just saying it could have been one of these in testing.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. But again, just look at where we are in technology, though,
What's
guys.
the top speed on this? Or what?
That I don't know, man. I asked very little questions when I got this picture shared with me. So I'm
You
just
suck.
basking in its incredibility right there.
Sweet, man.
Uber is taking over fucking everything.
Yes,
God damn it.
yes, it is.
Oh my god.
And on that note, my Uber's here, so I'm out of here, guys. All right.
Yeah, so on that note,
With that, ladies
I
and
think
gentlemen.
that'll wrap it up for today. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you, Vado, for joining us today, man.
Thank you, guys.
Where
Before
can
we
we
go,
find you?
where can we find you, man? Tell us,
My,
any platforms.
Social media handles: Vado the G, VARODAGEE, VadoTheG.com. You can check out my work. Hashtag VDGLA. Shout out to my boy Memo at Dos Caras. You can find us on most platforms, so
Cool deal.
Cool.
we're on there.
So check
We
it out.
Find you, Big J.
Vado the G. Check him out. Check out his pictures, man. Awesome photographer, awesome artist. You could always, as always, you can find us on Facebook at Official Jag Show.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, JMD 1985. That's my Insta. What's up?
Sick. What about Angel?
Deep Sleep Daydreamer on IG, por favor.
Hey, lady, stay away. He's taking.
Sick. Yeah. Stay away. Only dick pics, please.
Men are welcome.
Men are okay.
Only
Man,
dick
okay.
pics, please. And myself, you can reach me at Ramirez Unlimited on IG, Instagramos.
All right.
Yeah.
And of course, you could always check us out on their Twitter page as well at Official Jag Show. On the Instagram page, the Jag Show.
Yeah.
Everybody heard it.
Jag Show.
Jag Show.
Trying to go along with the song. As always, on the Super Audio Network at superaudionetwork.com. Check us out. Until next time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Right there, man.
Sad little story, got some news I want to share. Let's discuss the world of politics and ideas we can't compare. Let me give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all
Tell 'em where, tell 'em where.
technology. That the world is
On
full of
the
strangers
Jag
and
Show.
we should from another world.
Jag Show.
Conspiracies, my friend.
Show.
Show.
Jag Show.
.net.
.edu.
Show.
JagShow.edu.
.eu.
JagShow.org.
.org.